I touched part it on the 5-star bot stream when we were looking at Dinobot. I wanted to talk a bit more because another content creator has done a video on Dinobot. We sort of varied in opinions really of him. I think a lot of people like Dinobot and they understand why I like him, but I sort of wanted to explain why I don't like him and maybe put it to the test a bit. So, obviously, the big difference between Dinobot and Blaster and Rook is that you can throw Blaster's minions and Blaster stays put. You can put Rook's hollow down and Rook will stay put. Dinobot charges ahead. Now, if you don't run healers, that's not much of a problem, maybe. I don't know, but it's a huge problem for me. So we just got a bit of a team set up here. So, I tell you what I'm going to switch it up actually. I'm going to make it a bit more fair because it's not real fair that. I'm going to put Rook and Blaster in the team, so I've got the Shattercons. But I'm going to use Dinobot's ability. Okay, so we're going to put Dinobot down, the rest of the team down. And we're going to put Dinobot and try and pop this outpost over here. So let's go. So we've got to put Dinobot a bit lower. So we've got Dinobot here. So I want to send him down here and pop this outpost. So great reach on the outpost, but then it comes and pulls away. So I'm not going to use any abilities other than Dinobot to give you an idea. So people have been saying like, oh, he does 30k damage because he does 2,000 per hit. Yeah, but look at his hits, guys. It's like hitting every 3 seconds. So you can see here, look at Dinobot's health. Look. You see there, Dinobot's health is really, really low. All the rest of the bots were staying together until them sharks combined. But you see there, Dinobot. The healer's now down there. All the rest of the team's gone upwards. And Dinobot sort of drags these bots downwards. Just try and get him around there again. But you can see there how Dinobot's gone totally the other way from the tanks. Completely opposite way. We'll try and do it more central. Try and keep the bots together this time. So I want to try and use Dinobot and keep these bots together. And there is a way, but I'm going to explain why I'm not doing that. Okay, let's put Dinobot in the middle here with the rest of them. Put the rest behind. So again, we want to pop that outpost. So now listen, we can put him down here, but I'm not going to do it. I'll explain a bit later on. So let's just imagine the outpost is over there, for example. See Dinobot here running off. He's even gone through a wall, believe it or not. I see there that all the rest of the team are trying to stay central, trying to get through. And Dinobot's going right. And you can say, well, yeah, he's going right, Wozza, because that's where you sent him. You know, you sent him to the right, and that's why he's going right. Well, yeah, you've got a valid point. That's a fair point, guys. Yeah. But the point I'm making is that let's use Rook for the same reason. So we'll drop the bots down again. Now in terms of Rook, we can get him to go to the right because he's gone left. But I can post Rook over there. He drops his hollow and Rook just stays with the team. Doesn't go anywhere. Look, team's at full health. Not done anything different apart from use Rook's hollow. Then we can use Rook's hollow again. And you gotta think as well, Rook's hollow does a lot of damage as well. But you can see now, exactly the same situation. But all the team is staying together. Look at the health of all the team. It's all full health because the healers aren't running around. They're not chasing Dinobot over there. They're not chasing Dinobot and coming back and running in between. All the bots are staying together centrally. No one's chasing off. And that's huge for a walk team. Look, I'm not touching a single ability, not done a single thing, and you can see the team is just walking through. Granted, yeah, it's normal mode, but the point I'm making is that Dinobot drags your healers away. You drag bots away. It messes with your pathing. Makes it very difficult. So, just use Dinobot's hollows in front. It's a very, very valid point. Yeah, don't use it too far away. So don't use it in an outpost popper. Don't use his hollows to pop outposts. Use it for protection. Okay, I get where you're going with that. So let's have a look at Dinobot's stats. So Dinobot maxed out 6511. So his decoys, so let's say we're using his decoys as protection, have 36 health, 36,000 health, 37,000 health, give or take. 37,000 health. That's pretty good. And they also have the same DPS, which is 350 DPS. Over 15 seconds, it's about 4k damage over 15 seconds. So it's pretty good. But let's just concentrate on the protection side of it for the time being. So we've got 3,700 health. 37,000 health, protecting your team, which is not too bad. You can use Rook's Hollow for the same reason, to protect your team, but has a lot less health. So for protection in terms of that, it's better than Rook. He's better at protecting, but he's not better than Blaster. Because Blaster has 4 minions at half his health, which means he has 66,000 health protecting. You know, they don't disappear quite quickly because they've got a lot more health between them. You know, they've got a 60,000 health, so they'll do a lot more damage. Got a lot more protection. So, Blaster gives your team better protection than Dinobot does. Rook pops outposts better than Dinobot does. Now, if you want Dinobot to do both, it doesn't do both well. It does both alright. But Blaster is amazing at protecting your team. Rook is amazing at popping outposts. You can even pop the combiner against Lyozak, and he will try and hack the hollow. But if you do that with Dinobot, he's going to hack Dinobot. And that's the big problem for me. The big, big problem. That is exactly how it is. Rook and Blaster together are absolutely immense. Rook to pop the outpost, you can use them as an emergency to block damage. But Blaster to block damage, and you can use them in emergency to pop outpost, but he's not very good at that. Dinobot is just average at both. So we're going hard mode, and we'll try this as well. So let's use Dinobot for the same reason. So let's put them all down. Let's put Dinobot down. So let's see. 3 minutes 24. Let's see how far they get. So you see Dinobot is taking a big beat in there because he's run ahead still. Even just put it slightly in front of your team, he's still going to go ahead. Dinobot's died. So save test again. This time we're going to try and use Blaster first, I think. Put Blaster's minions down. And it's just more protection. And Dinobot's died again. Dinobot has been the first bot to die every time. And that wasn't even planned. You know, it just runs too far ahead. Is it his speed maybe? Dinobot's speed is 2.3. No, so Blaster's even faster. But Rook's a bit slower. I just don't like Dinobot. It just seems to run off and die a lot. It just doesn't fit into my walk team. Not one bit. And it's quite a shame really, because for the health he's got, it's absolutely immense. Now in terms of an outpost, is he better than Blaster in an outpost? Oh, he's got less health but more damage. Is he better than Rook in an outpost? Probably got more DPS, but the hollow of Rook does more damage. But the difference is that you could have Rook, Hollow, and Blaster in an outpost. Now you could argue and say, well, you can have Rook, Blaster, and Dinobot in your team maybe. But I'd still rather have RC than Dinobot. To be fair, I like his sort of the idea behind it. If he didn't run off, I like the hollows and things like that. The better popping outposts that are close by, because they have a broader sort of range. When they pop, they obviously spread out quite a bit, so they can reach targets that Rook can't sometimes. But it's that issue of him running off. I don't like that pack hunt, and that's why I didn't want him as a 5-star pull. And yeah, I'll level him. I might put him in an outpost eventually, but my sole focus is on 6 gun and Minerva, and more 6 gun than Minerva. to be honest with you. But yeah.